telling jokes and having smokes, riding bikes all through the night. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian. Coffee ice no matter what. Now you know he likes it in the butt. It's a wild ride when you're being Ian, being Ian. And life is shit, but you're positive. Let's find out what it's like to live a life being Ian, being Ian.
With Jordan. I haven't blown the shofar in forever, and I feel like that was good. That was good.
Triumphant.
Yes, welcome back to another episode of Bein Ian without Jordan. She is on assignment. I don't know where she is. I think she's desperately trying to get her YouTube page back. Jordan's YouTube page got nuked.
Why?
Ooh.
What happened?
I think she like advertised some like mushroom thing that's like not allowed for some reason.
Apparently it's like an illegal drug that she promoted
Of
or
course.
something like that.
Yeah. So it's like completely nuked. So she's on assignment, desperately banging down the doors of YouTube and the algorithm. But in the meantime, I am here holding down the fort, and I couldn't be more excited. Where'd it go? Where'd the album go?
Oh, it's right behind you.
Oh, yeah, good call. We've got the great pile on with the new album, Sunshine and Balance Beams, Rick and Kris.
Nice.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
You guys don't sound as excited as I am.
Well, no, I mean, I
More enthusiasm.
I-
Rick,
listen,
you son of a bitch.
I didn't know if you want me to match you.
Yeah.
I didn't. I feel like that. I've listened to the show. I've seen the show. I don't know if that's possible for me. I'll do my best.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are here. You made the trip from East Providence. That's incredibly kind. Thank you.
Yeah, I took the train from Boston this morning.
Really?
Even further, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to give you a gift. One toothpick from Zippix, which sponsors your show. It's a nicotine toothpick.
Oh, I'll try.
There you go. Rick, would you like?
It's
Rude if you say no.
okay. All right.
Dude, I've been sucking on these guys, and they've been helping to not smoke all the time.
Oh, that's
But
wise.
then I go, and then I take it out, and I go, I got the little spike in me. I got to satiate myself with some real nicotine.
I see. So you
Okay.
double dip, kind of.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's been doubling you.
Yeah. Get ready. We're going to fucking rip cigs. Get ready, Cristobal.
Nice.
Oh, you got to hold the mic up to your face.
Got you.
Dude, it's so funny. Musicians never, ever they never hold the mic up to their face.
Well, this guy knows better. I'm
Yes.
a drummer, so I
Yes.
have a little mic anxiety at times.
You should be like, fuck, what was that band with the singer? There was a drummer.
Many.
They had that song. You know, they had that song.
Phil Collins?
No,
What are we
it was
ta-
like that they had like a one-hit wonder, not Dead-Eye Dick. Fuck.
I'm not gonna know what this
Trying
band
to
is.
remember. I used to listen to them on 93.7 WSTW in Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also don't know.
There's that band Squid. They're like they're a current band on
Drummer
Warp.
led.
Drummer singer.
Fuck, it was like a really annoying song. You should be like that guy.
Sick. Annoying, yeah. I could try.
Dude, this is gonna like bother me forever, but I'll figure it out in like 6 months and then like let you know.
All right.
So your guys' record is coming out in 2 days. I'm fucking stoked.
Nice.
And then you're going on the road for 3 months,
Yes.
which is wild. My buddy's band Haywire went on the road for 100 days, a show every day.
Damn.
Which is crazy. In a van,
That's a lot.
did all their own merch, all load-ins, load-outs,
All
everything.
places you can drive to. So
I mean, dude, yeah,
Damn.
they picked up gigs in every state and like we're cobbling it together like, oh shit, we forgot Delaware. And then they picked up Delaware like 2 days out. And by the end of the tour, they had to move venues to get bigger cap venues.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like the legend of the band was like growing
Nice.
along. Now you guys have been around for 15 years, longer.
We've been playing together for about 16 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And are you guys doing vans, or do you guys have like a bus, or do you have like a band camp? Like what's
We got a van. We got
Van.
6 of us in a van. 4 people in the band, front of house, merch. We did do one of those tours, 70 shows, 69 days.
good?
We did not do we didn't
God.
that in 2015.
Yeah.
And it was wild because I personally felt like when we got back, it was also a thing where we did that, came home for 10 days, went out for another 2 weeks, came home for 3 days, and then went to Europe for the first time. And by the end, I felt insane. But the end of the first tour,
Yeah.
that was 70 shows in 69 days, it felt like...
How many days?
69.
You know.
For those of you at home, 69 each other.
Yeah, it's
That's your cue.
That's your cue. That's a word of the day, folks. So at the end of the tour, were you guys like, because Haywire, I was with them on one of their last dates because I have this travel show called Ian Do, an odd guy doing odd jobs. And I go and I do jobs with people. They teach me how to do their job. And I do it this weekend in Chicago. I'm canine training. I'm going to a facility to train canine police dogs, security dogs, and show dogs for competitions. They have like those courses and everything.
Okay.
I can't wait to wear that suit and get tackled by a German Shepherd. It's going to be amazing.
yeah.
So I roadied for them, and dude, it gave me such a profound respect. I respect musicians and bands, but like the work you guys put in is so like under the radar of what it takes to load in, load out, just carry the burden of like every single aspect. People just show up and they see you guys play and they don't see everything that goes into it. And middle of the day, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
You know, we were talking about it on the drive down and just talking about how, like, talking to members of your family about it, that's like, that don't understand. They think that it's like, oh, well, you get to play to people every night and they like you.
Yeah.
And that's, so don't complain.
Yeah.
But it's it's really the everything else that, people just don't understand how hard it is to be constantly be in a different place. The loading in, the loading out, sitting in a van.
Not only that, but dealing with the worst level of autistic sound engineers. That at every venue, they, for some reason, 9.999 out of 10% of sound engineers are like the most touchy dicks ever. I don't know what that's about.
We've experienced that over the years. We've fortunately not lucked, but planned into having a consistent, good
Oh, where
sound
do you
person.
bring your own?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Game changer.
It is.
Even like when we have done the live podcast, it's like they're the most touchy, like, we've got it. And then it turns out you don't got it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
And New York is pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
In my history as a drummer, me and sound people, we are at odds.
Yeah?
I've seen it.
You
Yeah.
don't look like the type, but if you throw in some fisticuffs, you got some wide
No,
wrists. Like you
it's-
could pack a
It's
punch.
not quite
Chris.
that vibe, but
Yeah.
it's just as a New York in particular, they always want you to use the house kit,
Yeah.
which is I've learned that can be okay, but I also know that oftentimes it's very bad.
Yeah.
So I bring my kit, and I've argued with many sound people
Oh,
about
yeah.
setting up a
What do you
drum
think
set.
that is? It's like, dude, one common thing in music is sound. The sound guys always suck, and German fans are the worst. It's like, what is that commonality that exists? I think it's like just a weird level of directness that just is completely unnecessary in communication.
Yeah, I mean the German thing. It's not that they're the worst fans; it's the most disorienting reaction.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
like
we find that with foreigners too. Like when there's a crowd of all foreigners, it's like there's something lost in translation between like emoting and like enjoying. Their reactions are so skewed. And then like at the merch table, they'll be like, I enjoyed it better last time. I will take an M shirt.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
coldly critical
Yeah.
assessment of the whatever you've just done.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool.
The fifth song was not so good, but
Yeah,
the
yeah,
seventh
yeah,
song
yeah,
was
yeah.
good.
Maybe
Like, oh.
consider not drinking before performance. It's like,
There was my friend was playing out in Germany and knew, like, I guess there was someone there that came up to the merch and was like, your set was good. The third song was okay. The fourth song I didn't really like. And they were just listening like this. And he was like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm from Philly. Y'all were great.
yo, that's awesome. Shout out Philly. That's great. That rules. Yeah, it's so weird because, I mean, music, like you get, I mean, both, like its energy is so important in carrying a show. And if there's a couple people I know for comedy that are off, it'll fuck the energy up in the whole room. And a lot of times it's city clubs, you know, like I'm very fortunate. I've like carved out my own audience. So like the people that come to see me, no foreigners. But in the city, it's like very touristy. So it's very like people coming from Europe. And it's like, dude, the fucking European foreigner, I hate them so much. It's just so like, I do not get. And you're like, God damn it, just fucking try. You know?
Yeah. I mean, we don't deal with it so much being like we're playing, so like
Yeah.
there's
It's
very few options to interject.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, when you're telling jokes, you're like looking for a response. Oftentimes when we play, which is like maybe to our detriment at times, like we kind of turn inward and like are playing to each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is just to be observed.
Yeah.
You know, and some people get into it and they're like, I feel like more so back in the day, people would like move around and be like, have some like celebratory aggression. But
Well, that guttural yell on Don't Touch Anything, that makes me so excited. And I can imagine that, depending on what's happening, can have more of a visceral.
well, it's kind of fun because it's either people are into it
Yeah.
and then we're all in it together,
Yeah.
or they're not into it, and then it's also fun because
Yes.
it's just like, I still am going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more confrontational.
Yeah.
So it kind of it's a way of hedging my bets a little
Well, the
bit.
way you said sometimes you guys will just look at each other reminded me of Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham in the live performance of Silver Spring. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
Oh.
Oh, dude. Do you know Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac?
I not by name, but I'm
Dude,
terrible with names.
it's a song Stevie Nicks wrote about her breakup with Lindsey Buckingham, who was a
yeah.
guitarist of Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
And it like cuts to the soul. Like she has a line that's like, I could have loved you, but you would not let me. And while they're performing it at their reunion show, she's singing it at him, staring daggers because it's about him.
Yeah.
And then I just imagined you guys doing that together. But I've been making me and my friends in my group chat laugh because I had a secret thing with a guy my age, from 11 to 22. I have to say my age. But it's so funny to imagine me singing that song about him. And we haven't talked in a decade. Anyway, so you guys excited about the new album?
Oh yeah.
So their
Dude,
songs,
you gotta watch Silver Springs.
they said their songs are just like about the tour bus and stuff, but it's just like coded, so they're singing to each other.
Huh?
Off
In
what
our
yours just said,
version.
yeah, on their version,
Oh,
it's just about
yes.
the tour bus. you know?
Yes.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
we did have a song that regularly had a section where Rick would change the lyrics every time.
Oh, that's fun.
Still do.
Oftentimes like singing about our guitarist or
Whatever
hilarious.
happened to be was
Yeah.
going on.
whatever's happening.
Do people pick up on that? Do you see people
No,
be like, yeah, but
I feel like you didn't know until like we had been playing the song for like 8 years.
What is this, a
Would you
Marlboro?
like one? Marlboro Red?
I'll try one.
You've never had one?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you have your own pouch right there.
Yeah, I very, very rarely ever will smoke a
Yes.
tailor-made
I
cigarette.
love corrupting the youth.
Yeah.
You need a light? Yep.
No, I'm good.
Who's the old guy on the cover of which Good Boy?
I don't know.
That's the name of the album, right?
Dripping.
Dripping. Why did I say Good Boy's a song?
Baby boy.
Baby Boy. God damn it. Oh, I was thinking about what I like to be called in the bedroom. Anyway,
Good boy.
you don't know who the old guy is?
I don't know who it
Where'd
is.
you find him?
My girlfriend at the time just drew it, and our guitarist was like, that should be the album cover.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to my friend Mac in this band Cosmic Joke. They're the shit. You guys should check them out. Shout out. And we were talking about you guys. He's like, dude, the fucking album with the old guy on it. And I was like, I got to ask him who that is. And it's funny. He has no meaning.
No meaning at all. Yeah, a lot of people think it's William S. Burroughs. It may or may not be, but
I doubt it.
yeah, I don't think so.
She would draw people on the street and like people in daily life.
Yeah. I
Fair
mean, it was based on some photo, but I've never seen the photo.
Got you. When she would draw people on the street, she'd take a photo and draw it, or just like in that moment?
I feel like you would know better than I would.
I think more in like daily life, just like draw them. Yeah.
Sitting at a cafe kind of thing.
I'm always afraid of that. Like, I'm always afraid of being in a viral video of like some artist being like, I drew this of you. And it's like the most grotesque, like balding human ever. And I'm on video, so I have to be like, oh, thank you.
Oh my God, thank you so much. That's very nice.
Dude, last night, have you guys ever been to Veselka?
No.
If you get a chance, you should go. It's incredible Ukrainian food, great pierogies, the cold borscht. But I was there last night, and this guy recognized me and came up to say hi, and he was like, Mr. Feinberg, huge fan. And I just had to eat it. I just had to be like, yep, thank you. And so now I'm Feinberg.
Feinberg.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah, it's me, Feinberg, Heisenberg's cousin.
You didn't feel comfortable correcting them?
It was like in passing, and then a part of me was like, is he fucking with me?
Sure.
But I've also gotten Feinberg before,
Yeah.
which I don't know like what that disconnect is, but I mean, would you, if someone was like, hey, I love your band Pilele or whatever, Peel.
I guess I would just let it go. So
Yeah, I had to eat it.
at a show the other night, this guy came up. I was selling T-shirts at a show, and the T-shirts are $30. And he was like, hey, can I get a T-shirt in large? It's like, yeah, sure. And he was like, I got a 20. And I was like, oh. And he was like, keep it. And I was like,
Dude.
I guess. But he had like a
$20,
weird
yeah.
thing. And it, like, and that was like, I'm not going to engage.
Yeah,
I'll like
yeah.
take the hit.
Yeah,
$10,
this
not a big
guy
deal.
had like kind of a lumpy head and a girl that looked like he stole her from a Renaissance fair. So I was just like, okay, go. Thank you. I'm Feinberg. You know?
Yeah. I feel like with the band name, nobody wants to assume that it's regular old Pile. So it's a lot of that explanation.
Really?
People are like, Pile, how do you spell that? I'm like, the way that you've
Yeah.
always spelled it. Yeah.
I've said pile on before. I'm like, that's not right. That's not right.
Different band, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have been playing music for 16 years, and what, like, you started in the Boston area. Did you ever play the Middle East in Boston?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
many
Actually, I think
times.
this
Great
was, like,
venue.
That was our first show that wasn't a basement.
Hell yeah.
The first time I actually
What kind of?
played a show with Rick, we were playing two separate acts, but
No shit.
It was
How'd you
at the
guess link
corner.
up?
We worked at Trader Joe's together.
No way.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're still wearing the shirt. That's so nice. Wow. You're in the Thunderdome, bitch. Damn, so you worked at Trader Joe's and you were both playing music. You're like, let's just fucking go.
Well, I was in a band. That band broke up, and I was like, I kind of want to start something else. And our friend Lindsay Boss was like, Kris plays drums, and then we jammed, and it was great.
Clicked.
Yeah.
Right from the beginning.
At what point did you quit Trader Joe's?
February 15th, 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was shortly before that.
Yeah.
He got fired because he was late. But I was a
Really?
way worse employee.
Yeah, it's true.
Did you have like a big like fuck you, I'm leaving, or was it just like quiet quitting?
I gave my 2 weeks notice 3 months in advance.
What?
I was because we were about to go on that long ass tour I was talking
Right.
about, and I was like, I'm just gonna live in the practice space. I'm out of here. So I remember the last day of work. It was a blizzard, and no one was coming in. And like, who wants to leave early? And it was my last day, and I was like, I'm out of here.
Hell yeah.
And
Did you take a mango and spike it on the ground?
what I used to do, my favorite story to tell is when customers were shitty to me, I would, because shitty customers always bought bananas. Not everyone that bought bananas was shitty, But whenever they would buy bananas and I would put it in the bag, I would squeeze the shit out of them
Yeah.
just to get my
Revenge.
Good for
revenge.
you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It backfired though.
It did backfire.
Tried. Well, you tell.
Well, someone bought nothing but a frozen pizza. They were an outlier. They didn't have bananas. And
So you put a broken banana in their bag.
well, I tried to break their pizza,
Shut the fuck
but
up.
I hurt my hand.
What?
Yeah.
You broke your hand on a
I
DiGiorno?
didn't break my hand.
no. It's the Trader Joe's version.
Yeah, exactly. Trader Giotto's, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I used to hustle people for drinks at this bar called Duffers. There was one of those punch machines, and I had like the high record, and I would always win. And one time, like you punched it, and this guy, I would always, because I'm like a little guy, I was like, hey, if you beat me in the punch machine, let's punch for drinks. And they'd always be like, all right, and I'd always win. They'd have to buy me a drink. And one time, this guy was like, all right, and he slapped it, which is like cheating. He's like, you owe me, motherfucker. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no big deal, I got you. So I get him back. I hawked a loogie in his Coors Light, and I was like, here you go, for you.
Brilliant.
Yes. Yes. That was
Brilliant
my version of
bar revenge.
squeezing bananas.
Yeah, sweet revenge.
Sweet revenge. Yep. I really showed him blacking out and waking up in the parking lot that night.
Nice. Lessons learned.
Do you guys party on the road?
Less these days.
Yeah.
Historically, we did,
We did.
Yeah.
but we're getting a little older.
How
Yeah,
old are you guys?
Long in the tooth.
40.
Yeah. I'm turning 40 on this upcoming tour.
Nice.
Yeah.
When?
September 5th.
Ooh, Scorpio. No, I don't know.
No, we're both gonna have a birthday. I'm September 1st. He's the 5th.
Oh, that's cool.
We'll be in the middle of nowhere for my birthday, and we'll be in Seattle for yours.
Yeah.
Nice. Where do you know where for yours or
I
just
think North Dakota or maybe.
nice, dude? I played Wapaton, North Dakota once.
I've
That
never even
was-
heard of that.
Dude, I know. It was crazy. It was like February 2015, and it was so cold coming out of the hotel. My snot froze in my mustache.
Classic.
It was gnarly. And it was a couple years. So did you ever hear of Boomtown? It was like 2008 when they developed horizontal drilling.
Okay.
And so it was like another oil boom. And they created in these like dead field areas, they created these towns that they called Boomtown because of this renewed oil boom. And they had these man camps, and they had three to a dorm, and they needed so much work that they were just hiring without background checks, like hiring felons and like crime. It was like the Wild West. So they built up all these towns, huge commerce, economy. And when I got there in 2015, it was like falling out of favor. And so I talked to these people after shows, and they're telling me about this. They're like, yeah, the town's kind of turned into a ghost town now after nobody planned for this to ever end. And it was just like the most desolate, like depressing area. But these motherfuckers are so rich from working these jobs. They make like $35,000 in like 2 weeks, just like in the oil fields. 18 years old. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wild. That makes for a wild culture. I'm
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, dude, it was not. So many kids were dropping out of high school at 18 to work in the fields that they started incentivizing. If you go to college, we'll pay you. And it was just like all these young, dumb kids driving like $35,000 trucks, just like burning coal, running down the road. It was gnarly. And all these people were like dying because I would get the job, you'd get hired, and I'd train you. And then you'd get hired, you'd train him. And then down the line, it was just like safety protocols were out the window. And then people would just die because they, like, down the chain of command, it was just like, yeah, you just do that and then figure it out. You know what I mean?
Damn. Neglect. Yeah.
So hopefully you're not in old Boomtown.
No, we're playing in Fargo, which this will be the
Oh,
first.
that's cool.
Yeah. we've
Our
never
first
played
time
Fargo.
in the Dakotas playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Fargo just for that movie. And then
Yeah.
say, we can take care of it in Brainerd.
Yeah. I've there's a few states still that we haven't gone, so I'm excited to like play in a new state.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I haven't played Wyoming, Alaska, Hawaii, or South Dakota.
I think that's
That
the same
after-
for us.
Oh,
After
really?
North
Yeah.
Dakota
Oh,
will
cool.
be the same
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
Nice. I've always wanted to play Hawaii.
I mean,
Same.
of course.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
I know.
Yeah, getting our gear over there sounds challenging.
Whatever. We just
God.
borrow whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah, true. I'll
What's the
play.
worst airline for gear travel? Do you have like nightmare stories of them just breaking guitars and being like, "Oh, sorry"?
No, we've been pretty fortunate. I mean,
Even
there was
going to Europe?
even going to Europe.
Wow.
We did have that one situation with Becker where he cursed
Yeah.
out that guy in Spain.
Yeah, it didn't start until, what was that, 2022
Yeah.
that we ever had any issue with that.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good until then. I don't even remember what that was.
I don't remember what it was. And do you remember what he said to him?
It's like,
He said, "Eat shit." You fucking was it eat shit, you fucking fascist?
yeah, you thief, maybe.
Oh, you fucking thief. Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly what it
yeah.
was. Because he was trying to charge us for like extra for baggage or something. Yeah, and it was the guy. He was like very. He was just like pretty smug and pompous about it, and trying to negotiate it, and it was just a pain in the ass. And Becker, our old guitarist, was with us on this trip, and you could just feel his energy behind, and then it just sort of fucking out of nowhere.
He almost like jumped over somebody to like get in this guy's face.
Oh, I love it. Dude, nothing beats exasperated like phrasing of your feelings in that moment.
Yeah.
Like whenever I do it, my voice raises an octave. Like other people have feelings. I'm like, what am I talking about? I got banned from a comedy club, and I got into it with like the owner, and then there was a sign that was like, club water is for club comedians only. I went back and I got a water. He goes, "Hey, you don't work here anymore. Put that water down." I went, "Water is a human right." I just like marched out, and I'm on the street like, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, fortunately we're a relatively calm crew, so
Mostly,
we don't come into a lot of angry situations.
What comparisons have you guys gotten for like, oh, you guys sound like X, Y, and Z? Because you mentioned you opened for Cursive, and I was like, you guys, and I mean this in a good way. I hope it's no insulting, but you guys remind me very much of like Cold World Kids meets Cursive in like the
Okay.
best way possible.
Okay.
Because I love those bands, and I feel like it's very much like kind of that feel. Is that insulting, or is that like a
I don't know
okay
much of Cold War
comparison?
Kids.
No.
And I didn't know much of Cursive before touring with them. I had known the Ugly Organ, and I thought that record was cool, but it was just that it wasn't a band that stayed on my radar. And then through touring with them, it was just awesome. And I was like, man, this is a really good fit.
Dude,
for a
they're
tour.
Yeah.
great. They have a song called Red-Handed Sleight of Hand.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my God. That was
God,
like
they
my
crushed
song.
live too.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
I
like,
bet.
really great.
Our Father who art in heaven, save me from the wreck. I'm about to drown. I was going to get that
Yeah.
tattooed on my collarbone when I was
Nice.
younger.
Oh,
and then I was
wow.
like, I think that's too many words. I got to get a bigger chest.
Smaller font.
Yeah. Tiny font. Size 8, please.
For when everybody's real close.
Yeah.
staring at your chest.
Intimate moments only. Who do you guys get compared to the most? In like a kind way and an insulting way.
Well, I mean, I remember like playing a show and someone be like, "You guys remind me of the Foo Fighters,"
Whoa.
and I was like, I mean, but at that, I don't think that we sound like that band. But I also was like, all right, cool. Maybe this guy really likes the Foo Fighters, and this feels
Yeah.
like a good comparison. So I feel like it kind of ranges from. There's like a bunch of.
Yeah,
stuff.
we don't have like a direct line influence in that way. So we get kind of across the board stuff.
Yeah.
You know, especially with Rick playing, you know, it's starting with more solo guitar based stuff. And like he also plays solo a fair amount. I feel like there's a lot of parallels to songwriters that like the band as a whole doesn't sound like Neil Young, but maybe some of his songs will fit that bill.
Is that one of your guys, Neil Young?
Big time.
When I was in the woods, I was listening to Neil Young, looking at my fire I built.
Oh man, that sounds like a dream.
Dude, for those of you at home, I was in the woods. Everyone I told I'm going to the woods, it's like, cool, who are you going with? I go alone, and they go, are you all right? I'm like, I've never been better. I figured out not taking my meds really gives me clarity.
Nice.
I'm on my meds. Yeah, it was amazing. I woke up with the sunrise on my last day there, and I built a fire in the morning. I watched the sun come up over the valley, and I just played Neil Young, Harvest Moon, and Everybody Knows That This Is Nowhere, and then a bunch of like Fleetwood Mac and Skinner, and I was just like sitting there, just like chain smoking, entertained by a fire, and I was like, "This fucking rips."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire's an easy thing to be entranced by.
Yeah.
Great way to spend 4 hours.
Dude. Well, at one point, I am not afraid to admit I did try to control the fire with my mind.
Oh.
I sat there and I was like, if I concentrate enough, move, and the fire didn't listen. But you
Yeah.
got to give it a shot.
Sure, yeah, why not?
You know, especially when you're alone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it a
You
shot.
could have said that it did, and
Yeah,
no
yeah.
one would have known.
Or I could have not broadcasted it to hundreds of thousands of people that I tried to move fire with my mind.
You
But what are
know?
you going to do in the woods?
hey.
You know?
That's true. Try a little of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but Neil Young, man, I always had a thing where secretly, like, every girlfriend I've ever had, I've had this dream of putting on Harvest Moon and dancing with them in my kitchen. And every girl I've tried that with has been like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry, I'll find the one. You know?
The one that finds Neil Young
Yeah.
romantic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I was also jamming out to Warren Zevon, too. You guys Zevon heads or no?
I haven't listened to much.
I wouldn't say a head. No.
Man, maybe like a neck. Come on, guys. Zevon's the best, man. I love him. His book, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, The Dirty Life and Times of Warren Zevon. If you're looking for a fun read about a guy it'll make you like really interested in him and his catalog. If you have like a little taste of him, it'll really satiate you. But
That sounds
Sure.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the narrative helps sometimes, just like knowing someone's story.
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we were just. I was just having a conversation with somebody who was talking about. I mean, he was talking about Bono's book, but how it just opened him up to a world of music that he was never.
That's
interested
wild.
in.
They're one of those bands that I'm like, I just don't get it. And they're huge, but I've never met someone who's like, I'm a Bono guy.
They make it real hard these days.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they're not doing themselves any favors.
No, by injecting them all into our iPhones.
Yeah,
That didn't-
exactly.
Yeah.
That was
I'm-
fucked up.
Do you remember what like the press release said from
No.
Bono? He was like, I just feel like it's like punk rock, very in your face. And I was like, yeah, working with Apple
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that every single person that has
Yeah.
their product has
not having
your
a
album.
choice.
Right.
The number one tenet of punk rock.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. No choice.
yeah.
We all know.
I will say, I forget their Hug Me, Kiss Me, Thrill Me, Please Me, or whatever.
I was on
the
Batman Returns?
Forever.
Yeah, Batman Forever. Okay, yeah.
That was a killer soundtrack.
That was a killer
That was
soundtrack.
a
I had
killer
that shit on
soundtrack.
cassette.
Yeah, me too.
One of the most referenced soundtracks in my life, I think.
Yeah?
I feel like whenever talking about classic soundtracks from the 90s, that comes up.
Well, dude, speaking of soundtracks, yesterday was 11 years since Robin Williams died.
I saw that,
So
yeah.
me and a friend rode our bikes into the city, and I keep a boombox on my bike because loud pipes save lives. You got to let the motherfuckers know you're coming. you know?
Absolutely. 100%.
So we put on the Aladdin soundtrack,
Oh, nice.
riding through the city, and I was going down the bridge, and this motherfucker was coming up towards me on my side, going down the bridge, and we collided. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, there's no sign for which way to go. And they got a blunt hanging out of their mouth. And I'm like, yeah, there is. And then they're like, no, there's not. I've never done this before. And that's when I went from like anger mode to like, okay, well, here's what you got to, and I like showed them which way to go. But while it's happening, You've Never Had a Friend Like Me is playing. So it's just like, wah, 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 wah.
So what a beautiful New York
Yeah,
moment.
Yeah, truly.
yeah, it
Anything
was.
can happen here.
Yeah. You can make it here, you can make it anywhere, as long as Aladdin fuels you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Breaks down the barriers, too.
Dude, I feel like I'm still into like soundtracks and scores.
Oh, yeah.
Like the 48 Hours score with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy is incredible.
Oh,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
gotta listen to that.
Yeah, and obviously, like, my favorite is Ghostbusters. I feel like that fuels a film so well. But have you guys ever been asked to be a part of, like, a soundtrack or score any
I
movies?
wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You
would
did
be
a
awesome.
little.
I did. I did a short film once, and that was really fun. And then
You
I,
acted in it?
Well, I did that as well. I did but that was a long time ago. But I did a score for a short film.
Yeah.
And then I did another one. They were like, hey, so and it's always like, hey, can you do something that's like Philip Glass? And it's just like, I mean, probably not, but
Yeah.
like I'll try to. It's like you just like that song,
Yeah.
And if you want me to try to do something that sounds like that song, it's just gonna sound
Yeah.
like that song.
We need Hans Zimmer meets Danny Elfman.
Yeah, and so I did it, and then I was like, and I admit, because I think I was kind of annoyed by this particular project, I totally fucking phoned it in.
Really?
And then he was like, it's not exactly what I'm looking for, and I was like, that makes sense. Let me give it another shot. And so I like actually tried, and he was like, I don't really like this either. And I was like, all right, well, let me know what you want. And then I just never heard from him again. So I got half the money, and then I was like, I think that I'll just take half the money. And I never followed up with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the film out?
I don't know.
Like really never followed up with him.
Yeah. I assume, I don't know. I assume they just found something else.
Well, me and a buddy wrote a film, and we're working on funding now.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys are up to being in a film.
Sure.
To being in a film.
Take it easy.
Okay. I mean,
So
I wasn't volunteering.
We'll put you through some auditions. You know.
Nice.
Casting, we'll get back to you. But
Understand.
No, for the soundtrack, we're going through and like picking songs, but the budget is it's just like having to be reworked. Like it's very hard to find funding for films right now. But we are very excited. A lot of good things are happening. But
Nice.
But yeah, I find soundtracks aren't as important to films as they used to be.
I mean, I almost disagree. I feel like
Really?
they're still, depending on the film, but like,
Just to clarify here, are we talking soundtracks or are we talking scores?
oh, well.
Because if we're talking, because back in the day, it was like soundtracks.
Yes,
Like we got
That's
Godzilla,
true.
where it's like kind of all the same songs that you know, but they've got like
That's
Godzilla
true.
screeching in the background,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
what makes it exclusive to that movie. But now there's not like, and it was like that was when like CDs were a thing, so it was like
Yeah.
that was what they're
Well,
selling. But,
dude, one of the best soundtracks I felt was "Can't Hardly Wait."
like, that was I
That
remember
was
that
an
being a really big one.
incredible
Yeah.
That's
soundtrack.
true. There was a lot of soundtracks.
That's
like
why I
this.
feel like
You're right,
now,
you're right.
currently, like scores or whatever, I don't find there as many like incredible scores as they used to be. But
okay.
it just seems like there's like in Transformers, there's no like real. It's just like sounds a little bit.
Yeah.
But like soundtracks, I don't find to be the backbone of films the way they used to be.
It definitely felt like that was like a companion to the release
Yeah.
of the movie. It was like
I mean,
here's
dude,
this
the,
other
the
thing.
soundtrack and score to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like a character in and of itself.
That
in the
is
film.
true. I mean, I also have a very special place in my heart for that movie.
They're re-releasing it in theaters.
Are they really?
17th and 18th of August.
Oh shit! That's
Oh,
soon.
yeah.
Before we leave.
That's
so
why
Oh,
they
yeah.
got fucking Ninja Turtles and Hello Kitty at McDonald's. I was
That's
Yeah.
like,
right.
Yeah.
why is
The
this?
collaboration
Dude,
you
that
didn't know you
opening,
wanted. Yeah.
that first of all, it's just like when the New Line Cinema comes up, that to me is like, it just
yeah.
holds this like just this visceral memory in my head, and then the like kind of like oboe or like bamboo playing of like them on the streets like stealing the wallet, and then it
Yeah.
seamlessly goes into the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
dun. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
It is.
It's true.
Now, was that 'cause I think that was like the first movie I saw in the theaters, and it was one of those like got the VHS, and it was. I think now if I watch it, even however many years later, it's like I know the cadence.
Oh yeah, I rewatched it the other night.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Nice.
But that was a film that like elongated its relevance through the cartoon. Just like Ghostbusters and Real Ghostbusters. I don't know like what I can't even think of like a good recent movie that could translate to also like a cartoon. Maybe I'm wrong and I just don't see enough films. I don't know. What do you think?
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah, they're making Marvel movies left and right. They're
Yeah, but those are like slop.
Yeah,
Aren't
and the
they?
cartoon was like a classic. They're not redoing the
Yeah.
cartoon.
I wonder though, because I don't know when you first saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm assuming you were very young.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how kids now would feel about that if they saw Marvel movies being like, "This is incredible." There's all these superhero movies coming out like
Right.
every year, and they're great, and they hold this special place for me.
Yeah, but I feel like because Ninja Turtles was like 1, 2, and then 3 was kind of whatever, and then
Yeah.
it just disappears, you hold on to it more because you don't have as many like
That's true.
things to grab at, and then now they just come out so often. I feel like it gets lost in the sauce.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, very
Yeah, fair
diluted.
enough.
You know,
Yeah.
or maybe
I-
I'm just like a sucker for like nostalgia, but I feel like if you have too many of something, you don't appreciate what is out there.
I think both can be true.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. It's like
there's a insane amount of media being made, so it's like everything's diluted by just overwhelming amounts of.
Well, I think I talked about it on here before. Forgive me if I did out there, but like the idea of nostalgia, like there are very like ephemeral like things to grab onto in our minds of like nostalgia going back to like TV and film and music of when we were growing up. But now, since there's so much media and there's such a quick turnaround, I wonder what nostalgia will be for like kids and like teens growing up now. Like, and maybe I'm just disconnected from like the entertainment that's going on. I'm just an old man yelling at the clouds of like, you know, oh, well, there's nothing really. But I really wonder like what the fuck kids are going to grab onto as like a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, memes and 30-second videos.
I
and-
guess, yeah.
I wonder if it'll just be like embedded in certain like nuggets of their experience, like certain milestones in their life that they attach to like just very specific things of like, oh yeah, or even like memes.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
like it's so fleeting. Like maybe they'll just get like a brain zap of something and then like move on instead of like a whole, just like full thought out thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I did watch, what was it, Y2K, that movie that Kyle Mooney made not too long ago. It was like very nostalgia heavy, and considering that was like a pretty big time in my life, like it brought up a bunch of feelings. And thinking about if they were to make a nostalgia based movie about now, like, what would that actually, it feels like it would be static of
Yeah,
like,
it would just
so
be
much
a bunch of different like timelines of distractions from giving us the Epstein list.
right. Yeah. I mean, that is what we're living through.
It would just be called like Trail of Lies.
right.
It would just
Yeah,
be like a
yeah.
bunch of things that don't matter to get us away from the fact that we're country's being run by a bunch of pedophilic psychos.
It's true. Yeah, it could just be this like very quick montage with like a consistent, like superimposition of Epstein's face over all of it. Yeah. That sounds like a good movie.
Oh, cool.
Do you guys want to do the soundtrack for it?
Sure. Yeah.
Sign us up. Sign us up.
Have you guys been getting a push from because you said you're on a new label, right?
Mm-hmm.
What label?
Super.
Now, are you getting a push for promo and like media and like social media promo? Like, are they like, you got to do this, you got to do that?
Oh, no.
No?
I mean,
That's
well,
cool.
Glenn, he's like
Glenn, that's the name of my cat.
It is.
You've been
So we're
talking
in
to
good
him?
hands. Yeah.
It's a sign.
Very talkative.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's been very just like he'll throw ideas out there, but it's I feel pretty committed to like doing the thing well, like trying to get people to come out to shows and listen to the record and stuff. So it feels there's no misalignment there of him being like, maybe do this, and I'll be like, all right, sounds cool.
Yeah.
So I don't really, because if he wasn't there, I probably would be trying to strategize that stuff anyways.
Right.
He does take on a lot of that responsibility of trying to figure out what the best way of promoting a record.
No, I'm good for now. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, also that arc of like trying to promote with social media started before this record label.
Yeah.
And like we had to deal with that. You specifically had to deal with that for years leading up to this. So you've already had to kind of gauge your relationship with that.
I've definitely learned what I have zero patience for, which is like the ad stuff, where it's like learn how to target audiences through meta, and it's like
I'm so lost on that.
I have zero patience. Anytime that I even go into that portal or whatever, it infuriates me.
I'm of the mind of like, I can't figure this out. Like, I'm such an old man. This pissed me off. One of my group chats, I was asking questions, and my buddy was like, "Dude, just use ChatGPT. It'll answer everything you're asking." I'm like, "No, that's gonna isolate us, and I want the human experience of you explaining and me questioning, and then going back and forth. And I know I'm annoying, but fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
But I have no patience for figuring these things out, and I'm like, all right, well, if I can't figure out like the meta ads of like these weekends, like I'll just fucking sell it out the next time I'm in town. Like I'm not pressed to like get like, oh, it's got to be now. Like I know everything's happening and it's the journey, and I'll just get it on the next time rather than stress out and like worry about all this shit that just is bogging me down and like depressing me.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's like, what do you really actually? It's ultimately in service to your art, but it's like, is it really? It's so indirectly in service to your art that you're actually serving this awful thing, and also just I feel like it's a waste of my time to try to like figure this out. It's like I should make more stuff.
Totally, yeah. There's this weird thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but these bands, and they're usually like bad, or it's like a single performer or something, they'll spam their Instagram accounts with the same 15 seconds of like a song over and over until it like releases, and then it gets in the algorithm, and it's either people being like, this is so trash, this is awful, like you still have time to not release this or whatever, but it pushes it in the algorithm and more people see it. But at the same time, it's like they almost become like a joke. And then I noticed that these videos have like 1 million views and comments and shares, but their following count doesn't go up. But they're still like, well, my music's out there. And it's like, yeah, but at what cost?
Yeah. Honestly, it reads as contempt for a music listener. It's like, I want to make music and I do not care about you. As you are a number to me. You just are, your only value is hearing what I'm doing. And that just feels, what an awful way to approach making stuff.
Yeah. Or like looking at the thing you're creating as an ends to a means of like once you create something and make it, it's kind of like, I felt this way about my special. It's like, it's going to be what it is with the views and the consumption, but I made a thing. I put time into it. I put money into it. I put effort into it. And that is the reward of it. Whatever happens, happens. But I felt icky, like exploiting it so many times of just like trying to get views. And there's almost a piece in being like, it'll get what it gets. But looking at these like little musicians just like pimping their stuff out over and over, it's like, well, yeah, you're getting the views, but at what cost? Again, you're just like almost becoming like there's these guys, oh fuck, they're like a country brother duo called Landlaw or something. And they've got this country song that's like god awful, and they just keep putting out the same chorus from this song of them recording it in different parts of the woods. And I'm obsessed with it because it's like so bad, but I would never purchase their music. I would never. So it's almost like you sacrifice the longevity of your audience and people rocking with you for the immediate like share and watch of it, even if it is negative. I find it so counterintuitive to creating good art, music, and entertainment.
Well, maybe that's not the intention for them. Maybe it's just like, I just want to be huge right now in this very specific way.
I hate that.
Or maybe they just genuinely think that it's a good song. And they're like, just,
I guess.
all the criticism, they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess but
they're delusional.
Or if like they really think it's a good song, is that really honoring it by just like playing the same 15 seconds over and over and over? So people are like, I mean, I don't know.
Especially on a platform where it's like nobody's asking, you're just giving it.
Well, I think people also see those things where something gets picked up and they become like a superstar from TikTok. So they just do this model of like, all right, well, they did it and it worked, so I'm going to do it. And it's just like, well, I don't know. I just think it's so short-sighted and like it's a flash in the pan. I see it with comics too, of like these like front-facing people will get big and then they get like road dates, but they don't have an hour. They don't even have like a fucking half hour. And it's like, all right, cool. Get the gig, sell it out, and then next time you go to that town, no one's going to see you because
Yeah.
you've given them a poor show.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So it's like, what I mean, but again, it's like far be it for me to like judge. I shouldn't be like
no.
poo-pooing that.
I
You know,
think
it's their life, it's their thing.
I feel well, having done this for a little while, I do acknowledge that I'm not entering this now for the first time. I wonder what it would be like now if we were just like,
Yeah, do
we're
you ever
starting
think about that? Of
I
like
do.
starting that? Because I think about that with comics. Like, you got to be out of your fucking mind.
Oh, yeah,
to try
exactly.
this now.
Start now,
Yeah,
yeah. Right, yeah.
like you're fucking crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I go to shows and there's young people trying new things, I'm like, thank God. Because
Yeah.
this sounds overwhelming. If I hadn't already been doing this for 20 years, like, I don't know why I would feel motivated to start.
yeah.
And I do kind of feel like we entered into it at like a very good moment.
Yeah.
Like Bandcamp was like a thing, and people were into it, and it hadn't been sold yet. It was just like, it was really good for us, and we had a record. It was like Pay What You Want,
Yeah.
and it was. And
No shit.
And we were touring on it like crazy, and it got enough traction to where it's like when people would download it for free, we would get their email addresses, and then we would send them emails, and it like cultivated this thing. So it was like, and that was like in 2010.
Yeah, but we had already established that we were going to practice a bunch just to hang out and work on music.
That's true.
And we made a record, and we would go and play shows to nobody, but we knew that we could entertain the 3 people in the room.
Yes.
For
And always play it like it's fucking packed out.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It almost was like
Yep.
kind of more fun when it was empty, because it
Yeah.
was like talking about like playing to each other. It was like, practice is fun. Like we get to work on these songs and like dig into them.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about entertaining people, but I do think it's kind of entertaining that like we're vibing so well with each other. And we're also, at that time, we were drinking pretty heavily, so we would probably just get pretty hammered and then just like have a good time.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I say that all the time. I'd rather play for like 35 people that fucking rock with me than a whole room of people who are like, yeah, I just came because there was nothing to do, or like whatever. Like some of those shows can be the best. And when, it's funny because when you're, I know for me, like starting out, it was not even 35 people that liked me. It was 35 people that were like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
And the being with my back against the wall, like I'm gonna make this fucking like it's the biggest thing ever, and not apologize. Oh, there's no one here. It's like
Yeah.
nobody
Oh,
wants
yeah.
that.
No.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
You know, these people fucking paid money. Give them a fucking show.
Yeah.
Don't shame the people that did show up.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Treating them like they're insignificant. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
no one's here. It's like,
Yeah.
But then for us, for years, we toured and played to very few people, but each time we would go to some small town, the next time it would be those
Yes.
3 people and their 5 friends.
Yep.
And then some random folks. And now it's like we're going back to Chicago, where we played in a warehouse that probably should have been condemned. And now we can play in a beautiful theater with all those people, like a bunch of
Yeah.
those people still
Yeah.
come to the show.
when
Yeah.
we crash at their house now, they have nice places.
Yes. Or at least bigger places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a gift in and of itself, and that's also the longevity of like creating for you rather than like creating for this like I need it now, because when you see that growth, it's so much more rewarding, especially, you know, coming back to a town, you're like, holy shit, I remember when I played here and it was like fucking like I played Buffalo Helium 2 weeks ago, and the last time I played it, I opened for Attell, and that was like 3 years ago. And then prior to that, in like 2019, I played a bar show called at this bar called Milky's. And when I came back to play Buffalo, this band I did called Spaced, shout out, they asked me to be in their music video at Milky's. And I was like, this is sick. And when I played Milky's, there was like 15 people there, you know?
yeah.
And like, it was just like one guy was in like a fucking wheelchair, you know? Like,
Yeah.
but it's so cool to have that. And also it's like, what are you going to do in the meantime? But just keep at it.
Yeah.
And if you get it all when you start, it's like, well, then what? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. I have thought about that a good amount, just being like that there have been times where I know that I wouldn't have been ready.
Totally.
If it was like, if we just showed up and things had like blown up, that
Yeah.
like I don't know how I would have managed.
Yeah, we were. I mean, just talking about the touring thing too. It's like I was just relaying that, like, you know, we can see bands that are doing great, but they're a bunch of them are some of my favorites are touring constantly.
Yeah.
All over the world, and it's like that's overwhelming if you're not prepared for it.
Totally,
And
yeah.
it will destroy your life in
Yeah.
a certain regard, at least outside of that.
Yeah. Have you guys
project.
found it hard to maintain relationships being a constantly like touring band?
Well, I mean,
Some.
yeah. I mean, for me, I've got a pretty good deal. My wife is our sound person, so
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank God I didn't poo-poo your sound people. 2 for 1 insult.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. So you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to bring her on the road.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, we toured together for like a year, and then we fell in love.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Good for you. And it
Yeah.
seems like you're alone.
No. I've been in a relationship for 14 years.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so
Yeah.
cool. How do you make it work being away so often? Do you bring them on the road, or is it
She came on the road once with us for a whole European trip.
cool?
And then she's gone on a few one-offs.
Yeah.
when we've gone to play a festival here and
Yeah.
there. But, you know, realistically, when we met, it was like 2 weeks before I left for a big tour, and she moved to New York from Boston. So our first year was long distance, and it really established that, like, we're going to have to be intentional when we're together, and we're going to have our independence when we're not.
yeah.
And now we can support it. Well, she supports me through like being gone and taking care of the house and stuff like that. But I am, you know, after a long time, I'm going to take next year away from touring so that I can reinvest into that and other relationships too. And like,
Yeah.
it's not easy. That is
No.
the hardest part for me, at least.
Well, what you said is so important, being intentional.
Yeah.
You know, like I've only recently found out what that means in terms of like dating and finding partners, like being intentional, not just like, well, we'll figure it out when. And I keep treating dating like a job interview and like putting them on probation. You know, like my first like interactions are very question heavy of like, well, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What you do here? And then it's like kind of like a trial period. And then I've been like intentional in that of like, I think I'm looking for something more than this, and I don't think that it would work, but I'm kind of nervous about dipping my toe into something like very serious because, you know, it's just so hard.
Yeah, yeah. And you travel a lot too.
Yeah.
And it's a wild balance.
I mean,
And it
even-
takes my partner, she's an exceptional person.
That's
and
great.
It takes a very special
It really
person to,
does.
like,
It really does.
handle what I put out as far as schedule at the very least.
Well, especially like, because, you know, touring and being creative, it is very alluring, you know, the idea of like, oh, I love that you're so busy in this. And then after a while, it's, you know, you're really
Like, I wish I
busy.
could plan something.
Yeah. And then like but even so, like I'm never home. And when I am home, I don't want to leave my house
Right, yeah.
unless it's for work because, you know, I have my cats and I really value my alone time. So even if I dated someone up the street, it would be like long distance in a way or a war of
Yeah.
attrition of like, no, you come over. I'm not leaving. You come over.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think that's a balance that a lot of artists deal with too.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, our bass player specifically has to like get alone time because it's like I just need this.
Yeah.
And he's started a relationship that he's excited about, and I'm stoked for him.
Yeah.
But it's also like I could see he's like really wants to spend time with them, and also I can see in his psyche he's like, I haven't had alone time in too long. Like
Yeah.
I need to get home and be alone.
Yeah.
And like it's gonna be, you know, and especially the next 3 months is gonna be like
Pretty intense.
just commit to disappearing from my
I do
life.
kind of like it though, because I get to say things like, I got to hit the road soon.
Yeah.
I know I'm around. I'm just a tumbleweed blowing through
Yeah.
town.
Gotta hit the old dusty trail, I guess.
Yeah. I
Another
feel like
day,
Steve
new
Buscemi
city.
in Armageddon. Like I'm going out for a while. I might not come back. You know.
It's real. I got a buddy who he's so desperate to tour, and he's on tour right now actually. But he every time we part ways, he's like, well, it's nice knowing you. See you forever, or
Yeah,
see
yeah,
you never. Like this might be the end.
Yeah.
We may never see you again.
Yeah, I like saying I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah. I'm trying to like put a positive spin on the endings of my interactions and just be like, see you soon.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I've
try
been
this,
saying
but-
see you on the other side.
Yeah.
That's something I like saying.
Leaves it vague enough.
Yeah. I've been doing this, Joe. I've been going, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
And how's
Do
that?
people respond well to that.
So you better get your fun in now.
yeah. Enjoy this while it's still alive.
I'm going to be hanging out, not in a fun way. You guys are fantastic, man. So you got the new record. Tell people what you want them to check out and let the world know. The new record, I'm stoked. It's Sunshine and Balance Beams. It comes out August 15th.
Yep.
And then a week later, you guys embark on a 3-month tour. And you're hitting how many states? You said, what, 60 shows in 90 days?
So we got 39 shows in North America and then 24 shows in Europe.
God damn.
Yeah.
So
Come see us.
yeah, a lot of places.
Come see us and bring some money to buy a record.
There it
Yeah.
is. Where can they get tickets?
The internet.
Pilemusic.com.
Thank you for the specifics. The internet is a
Or box office,
wild,
maybe.
wide world of things
Yeah.
you could
Check
find.
out some giant corporate website, and
Yeah.
that'll link you to us.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you can see me on the road at ianfidance.com. I am on the road forever, and I'm loving it. Providence, Rhode Island, Edmonton, Irvine, Oxnard, Chicago. We're working on dates in San Francisco. New Year's Eve, San Diego. 2 shows, American Comedy Company. ianfidance.com for tickets. Subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/ianfidancecomedy. Putting up stand-up all the time, every day. And my travel show will be coming out once I get a big fat load of subscribers. Patreon.com/BeInIanPod. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Punchup.live/Jordan Jensen for her dates. Her special comes out September 9th. Check it out. Bye-bye.